They thought you were finished, yes. They thought you were finished. But if you are hearing this, it is because I am not finished with you. Stay with me, because what felt like your ending was never your conclusion. It was concealment. I have seen every moment they used to measure you, every whisper that tried to define you, every closed door they assumed would be your final chapter. You can trust this message because I have watched your journey from the beginning. I was there before the fall, during the silence, and I remain here now, and before this is over, I will show you why what they called finished was only the surface of something I was forming in secret. When they stepped back from you, when opportunities dried up, when conversations grew quiet and support faded, you felt the weight of being counted out. You saw the looks. You heard the tone. Some of them did not even need to say the words. You could feel it in the air. It's over for you. And for a moment, you wondered if they were right. But while they were making conclusions based on what they could see, I was working beyond what they could understand. You thought the silence meant abandonment. I was building endurance. You thought the delay meant denial. I was shaping depth. You thought the loss meant disqualification. I was strengthening your foundation. Understand this clearly. I allowed certain things to fall apart because they could not support where I am taking you. The collapse you experienced was not punishment. It was pruning. The separation you endured was not rejection. It was refinement. There are seasons where I remove applause so you can hear my voice more clearly. There are seasons where I strip away comfort so you can discover conviction. They interpreted your hidden season as weakness, but what they did not realize is that roots grow deepest in the dark. I was not exposing you. I was establishing you. You felt buried under disappointment, buried under misunderstanding, buried under delay. But what feels like burial is often planting. Seeds do not look powerful when they are covered in soil. They look forgotten. They look invisible. But beneath the surface, something irreversible is happening. Pressure is not crushing you. It is activating you. Isolation is not diminishing you. It is concentrating you. I was developing strength in you that applause could never create and criticism could never destroy. So when they said, "It's finished," they were speaking from limited sight. They were measuring your destiny by your current struggle. They were defining your capacity by your temporary position. But I do not write stories the way humans predict them. I allow tension before triumph. I allow silence before announcement. I allow process before promotion. And while they were closing the book on you, I was still writing chapters they cannot yet see. Do not rush this season. Do not despise it. Do not misinterpret it. Because this hidden work, this quiet transformation, is the very thing that will make your comeback undeniable. Listen carefully. I allowed them to doubt you on purpose. I allowed them to underestimate your strength, to question your value, to assume your best days were behind you, because what I am forming in you cannot be understood by those who only see the surface. If they had recognized the calling resting quietly on your life, they might have tried to control it, contain it, or compete with it. So I concealed you. I let your potential sit beneath pressure. I let your growth develop in obscurity. I permitted the misunderstanding because elevation without preparation creates pride, but hidden preparation produces power. You saw their doubt as dismissal, but I saw it as insulation. I was shielding you from premature exposure. When they stepped away, when they stopped believing, when they no longer mentioned your name in rooms you once occupied, it felt like erasure. But I was not erasing you. I was refining you. You cannot carry the weight of greater influence with a fragile foundation. So I strengthened your character before increasing your visibility. I deepened your humility before expanding your reach. I allowed you to wrestle privately so you could stand publicly. The very silence that made them think you were irrelevant was the silence that was making you resilient. I do not rush my work because what I build must last. Understand this. Their doubt does not delay my design. Their opinion does not interrupt my intention. I am not threatened by their skepticism, nor am I pressured by their timelines. I work beyond applause and beyond criticism. And the day is coming when what I have cultivated in you will become visible. Not for revenge, not for pride, but for revelation. They will see peace in you that cannot be explained by your past. They will witness stability in you that defies the storms you survived. They will observe favor resting on you where there was once failure. And they will quietly wonder how you rose from what looked irreversible. But you will know. You will know that every tear watered the soil. You will know that every lonely night strengthened your dependence on me. You will know that every closed door redirected your steps towards something better aligned. I am not lifting you to prove them wrong. I am lifting you because you are ready. Your comeback will not be loud. It will be undeniable. It will not scream for attention. It will command respect through quiet confidence. What is about to unfold in your life will not look like luck. It will look like grace matured through process. Stay steady. Stay grounded. The reveal is unfolding in ways they cannot anticipate. Now watch closely. The place they thought would break you is about to brand you with strength. The season that embarrassed you is transforming into your evidence. I am turning what felt like your ending into proof that you were never abandoned. You question whether you will recover, whether you would rebuild, whether you would regain what was lost. But recovery is already happening beneath the surface. Rebuilding is already underway within your spirit. Regaining is not about returning to who you were. It is about becoming who you were meant to be all along. The betrayal sharpened your discernment. The failure humbled your pride. The waiting stretched your endurance. Nothing was wasted. Not one disappointment. Not one overlooked opportunity. Not one moment when you felt unseen. I was present in every fragment. I was shaping maturity in you that success alone could never teach. If I had rescued you too quickly, you would have missed the transformation hidden inside the trial. If I had restored everything instantly, you would not have developed the wisdom to sustain it. So I allowed the process to complete its work. They judge the chapter by its conflict, but I see the entire narrative. I see how your pain cultivated compassion. I see how your loss created clarity. I see how your isolation strengthened your identity. What looked like subtraction was multiplication in disguise. What appeared to be weakness was weight training for your spirit. You are not the same person who entered that difficult season. You are stronger, steadier, more rooted. And when restoration unfolds, it will not simply replace what was lost. It will exceed it. This is the turning point. The very ground where you stumbled is becoming solid beneath your feet. The memory that once caused shame is transforming into testimony. The silence that once frightened you is becoming confidence. I am completing what others assumed had already collapsed. I am finishing what they prematurely declared finite. Your story does not end in abandonment. It unfolds in alignment. Trust this transition. Trust this shaping. Trust this unseen movement. Because what they labeled as your downfall will soon stand as undeniable evidence that I was working all along. Amen.